I begin today by acknowledging the Wurundjeri people of the Kulin Nation, traditional custodians of the land on which this podcast is recorded today. Also pay respects to the elders past and present, and extend that respect to any other Aboriginal or Torres Strait Islander people who may be listening today. This is Melanated in Melbourne, a podcast designed to give an insightful look into the Australian lifestyle from the lens of two Black American besties. Welcome back, Melanation. I'm Ri'chard.
And I'm Nicole.
And this is Melanated in Melbourne.
Melanated in Melbourne.
Beautiful.
Ha! Thank you.
Luxurious.
I felt good about it today. I felt good. My voice feels nice and warm and lubricated.
Is that how you're going to lose it again, though?
I hope not.
Please, before we get lost in a tangent,
yes,
we have
I know.
A luxurious special guest with us.
Yes.
Go ahead and introduce yourself, beloved.
Hello, my name is Chrissy Adrian, but I'm a drag king, and my drag name is Justin Teliqure.
Woo! Welcome to the show!
Thank you so much. Thank you.
So I've been calling you Justin. So which name do you prefer?
I'm out of drag, so normally people just call me Justin anyways. So
Yeah, I know. It's like, 'cause I was probably going to continue to call you Justin.
Please do, yeah.
But we like to honor people as they are and what they want to be called over here.
Yeah, we're not
Unlike
judging
some of
anyone.
y'all who need to get your shit together. Oh, but I'm
Yes.
sorry. Let me start off.
I mean, you've already started. You can't
No.
just do that and then be like, do everything's happy. Go.
Nope,
Do you-
it's fine. I'm just dressed like a hot Cheeto, so I'm just feeling spicy right now.
I think Nicole has a rant, and I feel like you should do...
No, honestly, it'll happen over time and it'll come up naturally.
Okay.
It will. It will, because I want to give y'all a chance. I love it like as if they're actually
Yeah,
right
it's
here. I'm like, I just want to give y'all a chance.
Y'all are not behaving.
You know they're all going to go out and buy some Cheetos now. You know that.
Okay, you know what? This is a great place to start with this because the Cheeto prices in Australia, it's unreal.
Yeah.
I need whoever, labor, the election is coming up. If y'all can do something about the Cheeto prices, you have my vote. Can I vote? No. But
Why can't you vote, Nicole?
because I haven't done my citizenship yet. Yet. The tab is open, y'all. The tab is open.
But have you reopened it? Because this is a recurring thing. So you don't
No.
actually know this story, but Nicole has been eligible to be a citizen for longer than I have.
Okay.
And I've been a citizen for a year and a half.
Oh, congrats.
Thank you. And we sat down about 2 years ago now to do like the breakthrough because like I did the documentation. It was like, oh, there's this. You click these things. You're like, I'm gonna do it. And then
Listen, life happens, things happen, stuff happens.
Nicole, she just don't want to get up in your glory. She's gonna let us sit there a little bit, and then she's gonna be like,
Oh my
"It's
God,
time
Justin,
now."
Thank you. Exactly that. But it's just like the way my brain is with executive dysfunction. One task is never just one task. It's like the drop down menu as soon as you open it up. Because I know that I have to like fill in all those things, but then I gotta ask for people's passports. I need to be asking for blood types. I don't know. It's just a lot of steps. So I just haven't done it. I know it's not a good excuse.
No, and then you go on the internet, and then you get distracted.
I know.
6 hours on Reels. I'm like, well, there's my evening.
It's the children's fault. Yeah, it's just everybody else's fault.
It's the
except for
children who are wrong.
It's the children who are wrong. So that was our first tangent. Wow, thank you for joining us.
I'm so excited to be here. This is so great. I'm the best part of the middle of the sandwich.
Yeah.
Exactly. We always have our guests right in the center because, again, the focus is on you. This is your episode. So we're so grateful to have you. And one of the things we usually do is we have our guests come on, give a little bit of information about them, their origin story, whether they were born in Australia, moved here, as much or as little as you want, and then we'll just kind of ask people any questions after that.
How much time we got?
Well, the library says we have an hour and a half.
It's open now. Let's go. All right. Well, I've been living in Melbourne since 2008, but I was born in Brisbane. I lived there till I was 2. We moved to San Jose, California.
Oh,
Yeah, my dad
lovely.
got a job with HP, so we lived near the Silicon Valley
nice.
for a few years. Parents then split up, and we moved to Portland, Oregon. From there, we then moved to Cape Town, South Africa, where my family's from.
Damn, all
wow.
over the map.
Yeah, lived there for 5 years. Mom remarried a Swiss guy, finished high school in Switzerland, lived there for 5 years. So I'm an Australian and Swiss citizen, dual.
Swaustralian. No, I was trying.
I worry about that. I worry about that mashup, Nicole. That mashup sounded a little bit sus.
Nope, never mind. That was
Yep.
it. That was as good as it's going to get.
Coming to you soon. And then finished high school there. I went back to the States, did 6 months of community college, and I was like, nah. Because like living in Switzerland, it's like you can drink for 15, you're so independent. Then you go to the States and you're like, oh, I'm going to 18th birthday at the movies.
Yeah.
So it's a little different. So then I applied for some unis and I got into Monash here in Clayton.
Oh, that's a good school.
Moved out here. I lived on campus for 3 years
Yep.
and didn't know anybody. I was just like by myself, which is the way I wanted it. Because I was like, if I need to grow up, like,
You know what? Fair
Yeah.
enough.
If I need to grow up, when I grow up. I'm still working on it.
Really? Hey, we're
Then
all
I
works
can do
in
it
progress.
independently, you know. So I've been here since 2008, and I bloody love it.
Oh, that's so good. You know what? It's actually good to have that separation because then you really find out who you are when you don't necessarily have the pressures.
And
Like
the
the
safety
family
net and the pressure.
pressures or people you grew up with and you have to stay in a certain mold.
Yeah, and I'd lived in so many countries anyway, so it was pretty simple for me. And
Totally.
you know, my parents paid the bills, so it was great.
Yeah.
I was like, thanks.
Shout out to Mama Dad.
Shout out to the parent bank.
They're
Yeah.
like, it'd be better if we pay up front so you get that 10% off. I'm like, yeah, go for it. Do what you want to do.
Yes, exactly. Whatever is easier. Do you want me to get
Thank
your
you.
checkbook? Or
Would you like me to massage your feet? Let me just make this easy for you. Thank you.
go get my purse?
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, there you
So,
go.
yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, living as a bougie brown, it's been great. Yeah.
That's great, Bougie Brown. That sounds like a fantastic candle scent. I don't know why. It just sounds like
Like a
warm
luxury
and like
brown
a be
sugar,
cocoa.
yeah.
Yes. Yes.
It's got to be melted, though. It's got to be melted.
That'd be so good.
Yeah. So that's where I've lived. That's what.
Yeah, cool.
Thanks for having me on.
That's been our episode. No, that's all good, babe. Well, that's amazing. I love that you've had a bit of a globe-trotting experience and everything, too, and get to see, like, different parts of the world. And then going to community college in the States is certainly an experience. If you've ever seen the show Community,
It is like that.
I feel like it's exactly like that. I went to community college as well.
Yeah, and I was part of like the theater sports crew too. So
Oh my God, improv! Yes! Zip! No? Okay.
Yep, zip zap zap.
Yes!
Yeah, you're right. You're
I
right.
was trying to do it. I'm glad
And you did it the
did.
right way too. Zip zap. Zap zap.
Yes. I'm so great. We're just gonna, the rest of the episode is just playing improv games.
Yeah.
I'm a
I'll just step outside. Don't worry. Let me just hop out.
Well, yeah. I mean, I studied performing arts, so I did that at Monash,
cool.
which was great. And then I did a year of teaching, so like I do zip zap zap all the time now because I do. You know,
Yes.
I fell into drag, and now I do teaching as well. So it's go hand in hand.
Oh, that's so cool. So how old are the students that you end up teaching?
Well, I was doing special needs, so it was 6 to 18.
Oh, bless.
Yeah,
That's
so it wasn't necessarily teaching them for the stage, but for life. So
Yeah.
it's like, oh, you want to run around and sing out loud in the street? Well, this is what's going to happen if they look at you, but who cares to do it anyway?
I really feel that almost everyone should take a theater sports kind of thing at some point or another, because I know when I started my improv journey, it gave me so much confidence, because I think it just builds self-trust.
Yeah.
More so than anything, because a lot of the times you feel like, what am I gonna say? You get really
You can't
caught.
think. You gotta do it in the
can't think
moment.
because you're too busy worried about what you're gonna say or what you look like or making something bad. But then ultimately, improv kind of it just gave me those building blocks of just like, oh no, I'm gonna be able to say words. I'm gonna be able to make the English. I'll be able to do it. And then once that veil is lifted of like, oh, I'm not gonna fuck this up, then the most beautiful things happen. It's so much fun.
We do it without knowing. All of us improv all the time. We're doing
Correct.
it right now.
We're doing it right
When you
now.
go to the coffee shop, you go, I don't know what I'm going to order, so I'm just going to have a look. And then it's
Yes.
improv, right? Somebody says something to you, react
The
to
world's
the
the
moment.
stage, and we are the players.
We sure are. So let's get naked. Let's go.
There's only two types of people in the world. The ones that entertain and the ones that observe. Oh, that's the second Britney reference.
Yeah, oh yeah, that's right. You did one last a couple episodes as well.
Oops, you did it again.
Damn it, that was a good joke. I'm so mad I didn't think of that. Damn it.
Guess you're not improving hard enough.
I'm out of practice. I mean, like, I love it, but I've been having to take a step back a little bit because improv is good, but timing-wise, you got to practice. You have to dedicate a day, and then you have your performance day as well.
Yeah.
And sometimes the performance anxiety, sometimes it just gets a little too
A little too real, a little too much.
especially when coming off the top of the dome. So I've been trying to kind of take a step back, and then, hopefully I'll get into it again. But Ri'chard, I would love to see you in one. Like just a workshop.
I'll think about it.
That was a no.
I'll consider it.
Yeah, I think you would have a lot of fun.
I mean, if it's free and I'm conveniently also free, we'll see.
I mean, it's more fun to be in it than watch it, I think, for most of the time.
I so agree. It just ends up being this permission to be really silly.
Yeah.
Because when you're younger, play comes naturally. You're always using your imagination and silly voices and different scenarios. And then when you grow up, you don't really get that permission anymore, or we feel like we have to be serious and we take ourselves really seriously. So I feel like improv is just like an awesome place to just, silly permission.
Yeah, like you were saying, imagination. Like the kids lately don't have any. There's so many new things being redone or this and that. Like, what is new for them? So
reheating the nachos, that the children say.
Reheating the nachos. That's a new one.
That phrase threw me, but then I realized that they're talking about recycling, and I'm like, okay, all right.
With
then.
nachos?
Yeah.
With nachos.
I don't understand it. I just know that I've heard it. I'm like, I know what it means, but I don't understand it. Those two things are all factual.
We're now at our elderly portion. I don't understand. What are these nachos that the youths are talking about?
I like burritos myself, but you know, can you reheat a burrito?
I do, really, I do.
So I'm actually going to pull us back from this tangent and go.
Fair enough. We're just doing old.
I know, look at us.
But earlier you said you fell into drag. How does one fall into drag?
Well, I studied musical theater, so I basically finished school and was looking for work. I even studied to be a personal trainer in the midst of trying to look for work. The last audition I did was the Book of Mormon, and I got all the way to the end, and they told me I wasn't black enough.
Wait, is this the right button? Please. No. No, that's the wrong one. Oh, I don't like that one either. Okay, I'm sorry.
Excuse me?
Yeah, what the fuck?
So I basically got home, and all the auditions that I got asked to audition for, all the things were basically cast me as a Singaporean person or Asian person, which I have Indonesian in me, like a 16th, but not heaps. So I'm not that connected as of yet to my Asian culture.
Okay.
But to have that, I was like, well, what am I meant to do? There's still color casting in Australia. Where am I meant, And then also being a trans man, it was like, well, I didn't know at the time, but it's like, I don't want to wear a character heel and a skirt. There's only so many roles, and they keep doing the same thing, like hairspray and blah, blah, blah. So, I basically saw a little ad on Facebook, and it was for the Greyhound in 2016. They had Dragnet, which was a competition. It was their third year. I didn't read the fine print. I thought it was one show. It turned out it was an 8-week comp.
An 8-week drag comp?
Yeah.
Like elimination style, or how did that work?
Yeah, so I messaged them, and they were like, yeah, Kings can do it as well. So I applied, and there was, I think, 16 or 17 drag artists. And basically, they put us into 4 sections. So 4 people would perform in one, and then the next week, the next 4, and the next. And then one person would be taken from each round. Then they'd go to the semifinal, and then the final. So
that sounds exhausting.
That sounds
I got
really
tired just
scary.
listening to it. I'm like, oh no, but also the stress.
Yeah. And then the theater part of me was like, well, I have a character, let's go. And before then, it was just dancing and burlesque sort of venues and places like that. Just bitch better have my money, kind of twerking in the corner. So I kind of jumped into this competition and ended up being runner-up with XYZ. I don't know if you've heard of Fembot.
XYZ.
Oh, I thought that was just being like, yada yada,
et cetera, et cetera.
The winner was Lazy Susan, of course. As soon as she went on Drag Race, I was like, you bitches. Y'all aren't ready. So, and basically it was sad for a week that I didn't win, and then messaged Daytona, who was running it, and was like, well, I didn't win, so can I have my own show? And she was like, yeah. So then I just got started.
That's brilliant.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so I labeled myself the King of Queens.
Period.
I love that.
No drama. I didn't even know politics, North Side, South Side, Kings, Queens. I was just like, I just wanted to put on a good show. So I did Pony mixed with No Diggity. It went down.
Oh, my God. No diggity.
I know.
Absolutely
East
love
side
it.
to the west side, where the sun's not. Dun, 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 dun. I can't remember all the lyrics right now.
That was more than I knew, so I was just going to let you lead. I was like, yes, I love this song.
No diggity.
And when you get to the chorus, I'm back in it.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
What? Sorry, what year was that?
That was 2016. So coming up, that was June 16th. So this will be my 10th year and been performing in drag. Thank you.
Congratulations.
Thank you, the Book of Mormon. It's been nice.
They had me fucked up with you not being black enough, though.
I even full brushed out the fro, too.
Really rubs me the wrong way.
Yeah.
Just like this quantifying something that you can't even control.
Change.
Yes, you can't control it, and then it's just like, first of all, I'm black. We look very similar. So what are you talking about?
Yeah,
what are you talking about?
I don't know. Maybe they thought it was a lighter way to let me down, but it's like, just tell me I can't sing a song.
Just be like, just tell me what I need to improve on. If something you can't change, that's just like, wow. I'll just feel inadequate until I just eventually get back to it. But I'm so glad you powered through, and
good for
this
you,
beautiful
honey.
thing came from it as well.
Yeah, and then I've just sort of looked back at my whole life, and the first role I ever played in school in drama was Elvis. And
nice.
They when I was in the States, they were like, oh, only boys can play it. And then I moved to South Africa and went to an all-girls school, and they did Rainbow Connection. And so they're like, we need an Elvis. And I was like, woo! So the universe does lead you in the right way when you need to.
Absolutely.
But yeah, musical theater. I might come back to you.
Oh, man.
You know
love.
Speaking of the universe.
We'll get there.
Love me some musical theater. Man, we recently had Jessie on, who played May in and Juliet. I love me some musical theater. I really want to just break out into song all times. All times.
I say you want to, you do that.
Yeah,
like
you're right.
You literally break into song at all times.
Correct. I am my own producer, and I put on a show every chance I get.
Every single time.
Every single time.
Yeah.
It's actually quite funny. So I'm very curious about the timeline, because we met whenever I was working at a certain bar on the Smith Street. I don't actually support that venue, so I don't say the name, but I love it for them. We met back in 2018. So at the time, I think you were the first drag queen that I met in Australia. How has that grown since then?
So much. It's been really cool. Yeah, I remember meeting you there. It was beautiful. It was a beautiful time. I think we even had a little boogie, didn't we?
Yeah,
we did. Two POCs lock eyes. We're like, ooh.
Yes, that's so real. It's so real. The POC nod is in full effect.
Yeah.
Like I see you, see me.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. No, like I said, when I started, there was like Kong's Kings, which are still around, but they are just like annually now doing stuff. So there's no regular drag king night, but I ran an event called Kingdom, which we got quite a lot of traction and a lot of new young kids coming in and having a try. So a lot of them now are running their own events or hosting. So they're having their own separate things, not specifically just king related, which is exactly what I want. Like my dream with connecting with community with drag is to get kings and queens together to do shows. There's so many duets, there's so many things, big production shows. Like, let's blend it all together and work together rather than there's just like a little POC night, or there's like a younger night, or this and that and the other. It's like, let's just all come together and just celebrate.
The unification. The unification.
Yeah. So a massive changes. So many more guys coming out, which is really, really cool. And I think the drag queen language around it is a lot nicer, and I don't think they're threatened anymore.
Okay. Was that a thing?
No, it's just my own thing of like, if you struggling to understand somebody where they're coming from in their art form, sometimes you can feel a little bit threatened with having your own space being infiltrated by something different, because people will come see something different. That means you've got to step up your game, which means you got to put a lot more work in.
Which should be the thing. You should be trying to improve your own craft always. So if it's like, oh, that's new, let me just do more. You can't just like, this is me forever anyway. So
but, I don't know, if you wear heels for too long, then you just get tired.
That, and shouldn't everybody have the chance to explore gender expression and performance? Wouldn't it be a more the merrier kind of situation?
But it's so Australian that, like, what do you call it? Tall poppies?
We need to get a tall poppy button, because we mention that every other day.
For real.
Oh, really?
Especially for us here, living our best lives, people are like, oh, why are you so loud? Why are you doing these things? I'm like, why are you not? Why is the minimum good enough for you?
Yeah.
Like, that doesn't make any sense.
Why are you so upset by it? Yeah, it's just like we call it crabs in a barrel back home. When one crab like starts to get toward the top, the other crabs are like, think not, bitch. And then they start to pull
You're
it
not
down.
better than us.
Yeah. Whereas I'm like, if my friends are succeeding, I'm succeeding. I'm with the right crew.
Oh,
you know?
exactly. That.
So I don't ever want to bring anybody down or hold a residency for too long or anything like that. Because then after like 12 weeks, you're kind of, all right, this is cool.
Yeah.
What's
I want to do
next?
something else. Yeah. What else do I have?
Yeah. Well, that's very gracious of you. So do you consider yourself a drag dad, a drag daddy, drag zaddy?
I got a couple of sons. Yeah, drag dad.
All you bitches is my sons. And I ain't talking about Phoenix. So I do's what I pleases. Shout out to Nicki Minaj. I know you're listening to this. All right.
Nicole's allegedly a reformed barb.
Reformed.
Allegedly a reformed barb, and yet just lean into it. Let her be your problematic fave, and just it's fine.
Okay. Anywho, back to what we was talking about. But yeah, that's so cool. You're kind of like the pioneer of that shit then.
I guess so. Yeah, there are a couple of other kings that have been a little bit longer than me, but just not as consistent. Or they've moved interstate. Sexy Galaxy deserves a shout out, and Jesse Dean as well.
Cool.
Daddy Jesse Dean. But yeah, I've been quite regular and steady for the last couple of years since lockdown. I knew after we were in lockdown, I was like, all right, prepare yourself. Yep. You're going to come out and you're going to go.
Yeah, for real. Did you ever have to do a Zoom drag show?
I did it from Puffdorf.
From Doof. Oh my gosh.
So in the middle, like we went to Doof, and then they had the cameras all up there, and it was crazy. Like bottles of champagne was so cute. Like hawkers in the corner, it was great. And then just like the camera there, and I did because I got high. I knew everybody was at home, sitting on the couch, blazing out. Yeah. But I do a version, so it's really fast. Oh my God. I was gonna clean my room, but then I got high. Yeah.
Oh,
so.
That's fun.
Yeah, that was really funny.
That's so fun. That's really good. I think the first time I ever saw you perform was at the aquarium. It was for that Pride event. Don't ask me what year it was. I do not remember.
May 2022.
It sure was, yeah.
Sorry.
I just remember.
Oh my God, you was there?
I was, and you did somewhere beyond the sea, and I was like, this is cute.
Oh my gosh, and then I threw my hat, and my friend Maddie J caught it in the air whilst filming me.
Yeah, the talent was talenting so hard.
Oh, that was really cool.
It was a really cute event too. Have I missed it? Have they been having it again, and I just missed it?
I don't know. I only knew the one time.
Yeah.
That's because when Jason stopped working there, I stopped hearing about it.
Okay, fair enough. Jason scared the shit out of me the first time I met him because he was dressed up as a giant purple octopus.
Yeah.
And when we walked up to the aquarium,
he said my name.
It's just this giant octopus that turns and goes, "Hi, Ri'chard." And I was like,
and the way in which I was about to run, because I don't do clowns. I don't do people. If I can't see your face, you are not a friend to me. I don't care. I could watch you put the mask on and be like, nope, sorry. Object permanence, goodbye.
Yes, I was like, oh no. But they ended up being very friendly.
Oh, good.
But yeah, man, that was such a fun event, and it was cool being able to hang out in the aquarium.
Yeah, after hours, little drink, little dance around. It was very nice.
Oh, I really do like that. I kind of wish they would just let us
Do that.
Run around in the aquarium.
Yes.
Just annoy the fish.
I'm gonna get in the crocodile tank. No, I'm kidding.
It's gonna be some drunk guy just banging on the glass.
It would be Nicole on 2 glasses of Prosecco.
Just 2.
One and a half. The other one's like, y'all want some? Let me just pour it out for my homies.
Yes.
They look like missing out. Nicole would absolutely be in there. Like, Nicole, this is why they don't let us in the aquarium.
But man, it was just, that was such a fun time.
Yeah.
That was such a fun
Oh
time.
my gosh, cute.
Yeah, that was so good. So, do you remember the first song you ever performed?
Yes. So I started drag regularly 2016, but I actually started like 2008, 2009 at the Glass House, like back in the day when it was like a lesbian dive bar.
Oh, okay.
Which was really cute. And
Shout out to the lesbians. I don't think we've shouted them out this season.
I don't think so.
Not the pause.
I was running through my head. I'm like, nope.
Yeah, not the pause.
Hey, ladies.
Yes.
They can lock them doors and turn the lights down low.
That's so good. Shout out to the lesbians. Yay.
Oh my God, the button's like purple.
I know. It's really good.
That's really cute.
Yeah.
What were we talking about?
Lesbians.
Oh.
Yeah,
And
but
your-
no,
and the
you were
first
the
song you
lesbian dive
performed.
bar because of the first song you ever performed.
Oh, the first song.
Yes.
Yeah, it was Chris Brown's Wall to Wall.
Hey! Okay.
Yeah.
Damn, I should have been at more of your shows because all the song choices have been hitting.
Yeah.
I would have been living.
Nicole would have been screaming.
Oh, yeah.
Sure enough.
I just did the Super Bowl Not Like Us, too. You would have loved that one. Yeah. Thanks, Kendra.
That would be so good.
It's on the internet. I'll send it to you.
Well, that's good. But yeah, because sometimes it just feels like here in Australia, it's just like a bit of a culture bubble.
Yeah.
Where there are certain things that don't necessarily get across.
Yes.
Or permeate said bubble.
Yeah.
Which feels frustrating to me because things are happening in a timely manner. And then Australia is like, oh, we don't care about that, mate. We're just going to listen to these same 3 ABBA songs over and over again. And we're not going to pay attention to all the other stuff going on in the world. And it's like, okay, well, you know, these things are happening. It'd be cool to acknowledge it.
Yeah, not just his flare pants.
Yeah.
I turned on the tally, and
Listen.
that's what they took from it. And I was
Yeah,
like,
it's
that's
like-
the problem.
That's what they took from it?
Mm.
Not the fact that, well, then again, I saw them jumping up and down at the Drake concert.
We knew where the allegiances were.
Yeah. It is as if the beef like never even took place here. like they were packed in.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. Oh, actually, so one of the questions I did have for you. So earlier you mentioned obviously you're a trans man, and one of the things that I thought was really beautiful was during your transition, you were being very open about your process. And did you want to talk about that at all? Because some of our listeners may not know the process of being on T and the highs, the lows, the in-between sections.
Oh my gosh, yeah. Because I came out 2.5 years ago, and I'm 36. I'm 37 this year.
Oh my God, you're so young.
Oh gosh, well, I'm 36 and on puberty, isn't it? Yeah, it's kind of like I've lived, but most of my life as a lesbian is I was sitting in a classroom one day and I was just looking at photos online of a couple of drag performers that I know that are transgender as well, and I was just envious and I was so jealous, and I don't normally feel like that all the time. So I messaged my partner and I was like, you know what, I think I'm trans, and she's like, yeah.
Oh, stop. That shit was like, okay.
I was waiting for you. It was like whenever you're ready.
Basically what everybody else has been saying, like, yeah, babe. Which is beautiful. So by the end of that week, I already had my first appointment set. Like, I'm a Virgo, so everything was like organized. And so it's been a crazy 2-year journey, but I felt like I wanted to be really open about it, to take the power back from having been silent and everybody else who came before us who was. And I was like, if you don't like it, you don't have to look, you don't have to contribute, you don't have to say anything. I keep the message comments open, and I've been really lucky, knock on wood, that I have not gotten a lot of meanness, I guess you would say, like a lot of the guys in the States. Yeah. Because I see them all posting their comments and stuff, and I'm like, oh, I haven't gotten any of that. But yeah, that's the reason why I'm so open about it, is because it's the best way to fight back, especially for what's going on at the moment. I'm like, yeah, I'm going to put my thirst traps up. I've been waiting for this body my whole life. You know, because I was thinking about it, and it was like, is this just a trend right now? Is this just, what, all the negative stuff that's going in? And it's like, first of all, if you're already thinking about it, then yes. Second of all, I now use my brain a lot more for other stuff rather than just imagining myself in the body that I, wanted. Because I didn't think I'd have the body I wanted in this life.
Oh my goodness.
So it's So to anybody out there who's thinking about doing it or has everybody around them going, what if you're thinking about it, just reach out to your friends or anybody online. All the guys online, we're happy to chat.
That's
because all of my friends helped me. I've had coffees and this is what you do, this is what worked for me, and this and that and the other. So it's the easiest way to help, So yeah.
Yeah. This is a perfect time to get into my rant, because the demonizing of the trans community is just the biggest load of bullshit that has just been happening lately, because we touched on it, because people have just been on this crusade online because they want to essentially shut down what it is that they don't understand. Listen, being a human, nobody understands that shit. And you have to do what makes you feel good. And if that's what somebody wants to be, how does that affect you? It doesn't affect me. Someone else living their truth. If anything, it gives me more courage to live the way that I want to. But I think people are just threatened.
Yeah.
People are just threatened by the fact that they don't know who they are. So when they see somebody living their truth, they're just like, oh, I'm not doing that.
Yeah. And it's easier to stick with what everybody else is saying than to go off and do your own thing, But they're pointing the finger at the wrong 1%.
The wrong people.
The
exactly.
Wrong 1%.
That's exactly. Our sister Laverne said that. Thank you very much, Laverne Cox.
I know. Trans people are exhausted.
Yeah, and they're not the ones causing the decline of society. It's like these people holding this 1%, holding on to all the money. It's the wealth disparity that's going on. It's these companies. It's all the taking that's actually happening.
I know.
Scapegoating anyone and everyone. If it's not trans people, it's brown people, it's black people.
Yes.
It's poor people against each other. It's just a mess.
It's a distraction.
It's a distraction. Point the finger at the white man. I'm pointing.
Yeah, because it's all a distraction, and so people are trying to make things about trans athletes and
the military.
The military, and I'm just like, what does this have to do with
Nobody wants to serve your
anything?
stinky military. I'm so sorry. Anyone who wants to do that, let them, because it won't be me.
Yes.
If somebody's like, I'm gonna do it, good for you, baby.
Yes,
all yours.
Because I mean, trans people being in the military, that's when they get their health care coverage. So that's why a lot of people end up going into it. So they have the opportunity to have proper health care. And now they're trying to force these people out. And I'm just like, what are you even doing? These are the people volunteering for it. Because where we're at now, a lot of people aren't necessarily wanting to do it. Because the veil has been lifted. We're seeing what's going on.
Yeah.
We're seeing what's going on. So it's just like, y'all need to be taking who wants to volunteer.
Yeah. If someone's like, yes, I will, I'm like, asking no more questions. Like, thank you for your service. Thank you. Yeah.
But man, it's just like this demonizing. And it's just like, man, all we need is just love. And you're not going to understand everything. And you don't need to understand everything. I've been watching this comedian, Robbie Hoffman. Yeah. Who's, I think, just got married to a Bachelor contestant. I think her name is Gabby. She's like, you know what, pronouns, take them or leave them. She's like, I don't care what you call me.
I'm saying, yeah.
And I was watching this podcast. She got into it with this other like mask, but she wasn't a lesbian, but she just was so angry with the fact. She's like, no, why don't you just say you're non-binary? Why don't you just say you're they, them? And then Robbie is just like, because I don't want to, because I don't think it's necessary. Like, I am what I am. The pronouns doesn't matter to me. And I love that. It should be what the human is in front of you.
Yeah, exactly. That's what
the labels don't matter.
As long as you're saying it with kindness. Whatever you call me, say it with kindness.
Yeah.
We're good.
Yeah. I mean, when I was teaching and as I was transitioning, I didn't tell a lot of the teachers, but some of the kids I did, and they were like, well, what do we call you? And I said, call me how you see me. So they started with Miss, and then all of a sudden, without me even saying anything, it just switched to Mr.
Oh.
And, you know, I'm open to however you see me in the moment that you see me, because we're all going to evolve eventually. So who knows, you know? I didn't realize I'd be here at 36, but I'm very grateful.
Oh, I know. That's so beautiful.
It's good to change up and figure yourself out.
100%. And children understand a lot more than we give them credit for, because the argument, like, how am I going to explain this to your kid? First of all, your kid has snot trails running down his face. Why don't you work on that first? And the fact that he doesn't know his times tables before you start coming at somebody else for living their truth, because kids understand.
Yeah.
Kids can see you for what you are. And it's actually a very quick conversation. Like Johnny has two moms or two dads, or Johnny is feeling more like a Jill now. It's a very quick conversation and very easy to wrap your head around when you realize all we need is respect and love and kindness. And that's essentially it.
And kids don't want to be told off. So they're just going to go, oh, okay, unless somebody says, no, that's wrong. And then they're going to take that on because they don't want to be told off.
Yeah, and they're absolutely learning from us. So leading by example for sure.
That's the scary thing about teaching, though, because I feel like I tried very much to not put any of my own personal stuff onto them, but always opening it up for questioning and stuff. But if they did pop the little, oh, that's gay or this and that, I'd just be like, do you like me? And they're like, yeah, that word's really offensive to my people, so it really kind of hurts. So it's used as this, and so imagine if I just walked around going, oh, that's straight, or this, you know, and then they'd have a little giggle and make a light of it, and if they tried it again or they did it, they'd just go, oh, sorry, you know, and so learn from it a little bit, but not like, hey, how dare you, blah, blah, blah. Then they're like, oh.
Yeah.
Bad experience.
And it's probably saving lives more so than not, because from what I've heard and read, a lot of the time these kids feel that they're trans and they know that something is different on the inside, but then they hear the way other people in their life talk. They hear what their friends are saying. They hear what their parents are saying. They hear what their aunts and their uncles are saying, talking down and demonizing everything. And they're just like, oh, I can't exist. I can't exist. And that's so wretched. You have every right to exist. You have every right to live. That's why the silence thing, you're right. That's what they want you to do.
Yeah.
Sounds is how
they
they
want
win.
us to disappear.
They
no,
want
I'm
you
going to post more.
Yeah, exactly. Period. As you should.
Yeah. Looks good.
Yes. As you should. Exactly. All for the strength of just looking good. Boom, bow.
Yeah. It's the only motivation I have to go to the gym or get in the pool.
No, but really though, amen. Because it's like, why work for it if you can't show it off? Like, you put all this effort and work. Like, it's your body, it should be shown.
Exactly. Yeah.
One of the questions I did actually have for myself and for our listeners, again, we're not expecting you to be the speaker of all trans people, because that's like someone expecting black people to be like, I'm going to speak for all black people when I say this. But for you specifically, what is the best way for people to be ally to the trans community?
Just listen. That's all. Everybody's story is different. Everybody's experience is different. Everybody's financial situation, emotional, whatever. So the way in which to help somebody is very individual. So if you do know somebody that has just come out or is struggling to feel safe or feel helpless, just listen to them. Let them speak. Let them get it out. Let them feel seen and heard.
Yeah.
That's all you need to do.
Yeah.
You don't have to do anything else. Just,
Yeah, without centering yourself of like, well, what do you mean? And I don't understand. And what am I supposed to call you now? That stuff doesn't really matter. It's not important.
Yeah.
I love the fact that the younger generation is kind of getting into sexual fluidity and gender fluidity a little bit, because I think us as millennials, I'm speaking for all millennials. Just kidding. I feel like the previous generation, Generation X, fought to be seen as gay and lesbian, and then millennials fought to just live outwardly as that if you belong to that, and without having to hide it for as long as you did. And now the newer generation are just like, you know what? I don't care about the labels. I don't need to be put in a box. If I have a connection to this person, if I like this person, then that's what I'm going to do. And if I end up liking this person who's a different gender, that's what I'm going to do too. And it's just like, wow, how uncomplicated is that?
I know, right? It's like, don't read the label, just the ingredients.
Yes!
Oh, that's beautiful.
You
I
know,
love that.
because even in the supermarkets, like the ones at the eye level is the ones that pay the most. So have a feel. Look down, look up.
Look down, look up.
They may be a little bit cheaper, but it's better for you.
Correct.
Yeah.
Look,
Exactly.
just look at the ingredients.
Yeah, it could all be so simple as Lauryn Hill once said.
But they'd rather make
But
it
they'd
hard.
rather make it hard. Okay, sorry. That's my other musical
I
outburst.
mean, I like how you earlier said, "Oh, I want to burst out in a song every time," as if you don't do it. Like there's
Yes.
literal evidence all over the place. Like every episode, Nicole sings at least twice, and just lean into it.
And twice is a very low number.
I was being nice.
Yeah. Twice is a very,
When
very
this
low.
podcast turns into a musical.
Season
Yeah,
4
just be
probably.
conducting in the corner of a
Season 4.
shot.
Musical
Nicole will be
episode.
out.
Yes, exactly.
I love it.
Yes.
Sign me up.
Yes, it's so good because music is just so great for expression and everything, and I just love it so much.
Yeah, let it out. We've been silenced for too long.
Oh my God, so very long. And
I
can't-
rewatched Roots the other day, and it was a bad idea. I got all depresso and sad again. And I
Yes.
was like,
Oh, it's
why are the white man so evil? Why are you so mean? Not all. Hashtag not all.
yeah,
But
Yeah.
but
in the era.
But enough.
but some of y'all,
I was like,
but
how
some of y'all,
how
need
could
to
they
get
do
it
that to people? I don't understand. I don't get it. I don't get it.
I know it's like just the oppression, and that also loops back into why people treat trans people so badly is because they need to feel like they have power over someone or
someone
something
else,
in
yeah.
order to make them feel better about themselves.
Gross.
Which, so gross. So gross and so small-minded and so dumb.
Just love yourself more.
Yes.
Like, love yourself more. Because there's got to be hatred within. Not to say that, like, oh, people who are homophobic are secretly homosexual, but there's just a hatred inside them that they need to lash out. Hurt people.
Yeah.
And when you're in a good place, like, I have no needs. I'm like, I'm minding my own business. If they loved themselves more, they could just be like, oh, right. That has nothing to do with me.
Yeah, that's why there's boxing classes.
Yeah.
Yes.
You can go to the gym.
Krav Maga.
You could stretch, do some yoga.
Yeah, you can angry scream in the pool.
Angry
you
scream in the pool. I would drown.
Underwater.
I
It's
know.
like, and another. I'm like,
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Just one good scream. That's all, Nicole.
Literally. Well,
There's so many options.
yeah, there's a lot more healthy options other than giving somebody else a hard time. Even if you're having a bad day, you don't have to go and ruin somebody else's.
Life is literally hard enough. Life is literally hard enough. Everything's on fire. We're melting. Just be kind.
Like, there's so much going on.
There's so much going on, and the only way we're going to get through all of this stuff is together, not by pointing the finger at people who are around us who are in the same predicament that we are.
Yeah.
And strength in numbers. Eat the rich. Actually, you know what? I don't know. I don't.
No, see, I knew, Nicole, I knew you were going to say eat the rich, and I'm going to ask you right now.
Yeah.
When it comes down to eating the rich, how long are you hiding Beyonce?
Oh no! How dare you?
Because she
Make
is a
me-
billionaire.
Oh my god!
And there's no such thing as ethical billionaire. There just isn't. I'm so
Like-
sorry.
I mean, I probably would eat other people before I would eat Beyonce.
Well, yes, but how long are you hiding Beyonce?
How long
Is the
am I
question.
hiding her? Oh, I don't know, but it would probably be pretty hard to eat Beyonce, unfortunately.
Just turn away and like,
No, just crying while applying the hot sauce.
I got hot sauce in my bags.
She's so juicy.
It would be pretty.
Card.
Oh my God.
Not Christmas.
Okay, what other rich people would I eat first, though? That's a great question.
Rihanna, because she hasn't given an album in 10 years. I'm eating Rihanna.
You're eating Rihanna?
I unfollowed Rihanna. I'm eating her
You've
first.
unfollowed Rihanna.
I told you this last season because every single time she posts something, it's like, I've got new underwear. Here's some chapstick. You like gum?
Yeah, I know. She's coming out with everything but music.
Trying to make some money.
I know, exactly.
She did. She's a billionaire. And I'm eating her first.
Yeah. Oh, I don't know. Okay. I don't know. I don't know how I feel about eating a black woman first, though, Ri'chard. I don't know how I feel about it. So I think I'm going to have to go for a white.
Like me.
Do you already have somebody in mind?
Me? No.
No? Oh, you're so good.
No. I'm fasting.
It is Ramadan. Shout out to all our Muslim friends out there. I don't know if it's going to be Ramadaning. No.
No.
I don't know if it's still going to be Ramadan by the time this episode. Not Ramadaning. I apologize for my cultural ignorance.
It's going to drop April 19th.
Okay. Yeah, I still don't know. I know it was Ash Wednesday the other day, but Yeah, I'm so behind on my religions. Sorry.
I'm behind on it. Like it's a TV show. I'm behind on this season of religion. I'm so sorry, y'all.
I have to eat somebody evil first.
Oh no, so that's implying all evil people have already been eaten. I said, how long are you gonna hide Beyonce? Because it's the one last.
Okay. No, I want to think of who I would eat first, personally. I feel
well,
like that would be the first hump I would have to get past.
Okay, while you think about who you're gonna eat first, I'm gonna ask you a question.
I think maybe Laura Dern. I don't know. I'm kidding.
Laura Dern's not even a billionaire. What happened to gay rights? Dude, I'm gonna pick a white and then you pick an ally. Okay.
Maybe okay. No, I don't know. Some people just don't look very tasty.
I mean, the whole concept of eat the rich is great, but I think we're talking about taking their money rather than actually eating them.
Oh, are we sure?
I'm pretty sure. Like
okay.
we're not Armie Hammer sure, but
Kris Jenner.
Oh, that's a good answer.
Yeah.
That's a really, really good answer.
Yeah, that's fair.
It would be hard to eat the Kardashians though because of the fillers and the plastic that
And
you
the
would
microplastics in me. Salute the microplastics in you.
all the plastics, the implants. They'll be juicy. Yeah.
Cannibalism is bad, everyone. Just
yes.
to be clear,
Yes.
cannibalism. Don't do that because like
Shout
it's
out.
What is it? Shingles? Not shingles.
Shingles.
You'll get some. Like if you eat human flesh, you will get. There's a sickness that you get.
Really?
Regret.
The worst of the sicknesses.
Canceled? I don't know. Because it's like,
I mean, Armie Hammer did.
yeah,
so.
yeah. I haven't heard from him in a while.
He's like, it's a sex thing, I swear. I'm like, okay, baby. Okay, baby.
What's eating you? Oh, okay. Too soon? Too soon.
Gilbert Grape, please.
Gilbert Grape? Yes. Yeah.
Okay, so before that tangent goes any further, because I'm afraid, I do have a question for you. So I know you mentioned creating new events and starting things. What was the thought behind creating Eve? Because I remember you did that with Betty Rose.
Yes, yeah. Basically, the community, I listened. They were just like, we want to have a place where we can go, be flirty, sexy, but go by yourself and meet other people. So we sort of started Eve off with get to know you kind of stuff. So we turn everything back onto the audience or the participants that were there. And then turns out that the community is just really filthy and basically want to turn up so I can meet people at Flag. So
Real.
It turned into whatever this community needed. And then I got pretty busy with stuff. So I was like, Betty, you take that, go off, because I just need to do a whole bunch of other stuff. And it's been such a success in that way, which is great. But there's a lot of washing.
Oh.
Yeah.
Sapphic parties.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what?
There's a lot.
I love it.
Yeah.
I mean, the Adam version, I imagine that cleanup is disgusting.
Yeah,
so
well-
equal rights.
Yeah.
Equal rights.
Yeah.
Everybody should be filthy.
Well, I said to Betty, like, there's Adam. We need to make a space for our AFAB and trans community to be able to go to another place to get it on as well. Or, you know, feel free to feel liberated and sexy. And so there's no cameras. You can turn up.
Oh, that's good.
Cloak your stuff and then go and have a good time, meet some people, watch some shows, and then go home. You know?
Amazing.
Well, that's
Just love it.
good because I know I'm not necessarily familiar with the Eve party, but it feels like there isn't a lot of lesbian visibility and not a lot of like trans men visibility here in Melbourne.
Yeah. Yeah.
Not my place to say, but
No,
just
but we're working
like,
on it, and
yeah.
it's something that you know we see and that you've obviously noticed as well. But you know, like I say to a lot of them, it's like don't be too upset that we haven't had it yet. Just keep pushing forward, so we do. You know, so we're getting there. Which is great.
Good.
So we just need a regular trans mass night, a regular drag king night, but that'll all come in time. You know,
Absolutely.
Really cool. And same with Drag Race. It's like, oh, we're at what season 17 now in the States. It's like eventually we'll get there.
Yeah.
Yeah, we will.
I think drag kinging looks so cool. Drag kinging. Do you know what I mean? Do you know what I mean?
Drag kinging.
Kinging, like the actual verbiage.
That sounds like a drug.
Verb.
Are you drag kinging right now? You're drag kinging right now.
So hard right now. I think it would be so much fun. It'd be so much fun. It's just because I just want to get up and sing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It is. Lead with your crotch, you know?
That would be so much fun.
No, it's just, it just comes so naturally to me. And then coming out as trans later, I was like, oh, well, duh. You know, this life chose me.
Yeah.
So, yeah, we'll get there. We'll get there. So there is hope. But there are a lot more guys coming out of the woodwork now, which is really, really cool. And, yeah, we're blending. We're blending.
Blending and blending. Like you were saying, it'll come in time, but also if you don't have a seat at the table, you make your own table. And that's what you've been doing with these events. And that's beautiful. And we're glad it's happening. It's not all for one person to do, but that is a ripple effect that other people are seeing. And like, oh yeah, I can do that. Like it's just this. And then you can always be a guide and it's beautiful. And,
and it's also different, you know, there's like emo kids and rockers and, you know.
Shout out to the emo kids.
Yeah. Don't be sad.
Yeah, don't be sad. Your eyeliner will run.
That's the point. They're like, yes.
Yes.
I'm committed to the cause.
Yeah.
Cause tonight. All right, never mind. Will be the night.
You keep doing that. We're going to do an emo throwback episode.
You don't have to tease me with a good time.
I wrote it down.
I was there.
I already wrote it down.
I'm there. Because 2001 Nicole was very much into like Linkin Park.
Same.
Yes, it was so cool.
Incubus, 3 Doors Down.
Oh my God.
Offspring.
If I go crazy, then will you still call me Superman? Oh my God.
Oh, I rocked out
Come
so hard.
on, Evanescence. Like, let's just do it.
I mean, it's nothing but a word. You know that we run this show. Like,
Yes.
there's no overhead. We're still
know.
independent, so we can just do it. Like, it's just going to happen.
I think that's the funny part, because I always say, like, oh, I wish there was this. I wish there was that. Ri'chard's like, we could just make it.
Yeah. Like we
could just
literally just do
we don't have to ask, because I think a lot of the time we wait for somebody to give us permission to do the things that we want to do or to see the things that we want to see. Sometimes you just have to do it yourself.
Yeah, pretty much.
DIY.
Yeah.
And it's hard, and you have to give permission to be bad at it first. And it's like, it's not perfect.
The being bad at it first is definitely one of the toughest parts. I want to be excellent at everything. Immediately, like right away.
It's the journey. It's the journey.
It is absolutely journey, and it's what we're learning.
We got suck for a little bit.
No, I'm tired of sucking.
Ooh, that's not what he said.
I know.
I'm tired of this,
You're almost sucking
Grandpa. But no, you're right. You're right. Everybody has to start with day one of something. Even people who are prolific icons, everybody started at day one. So it just, you have to go that way. But getting to that.
I know, it's cruel.
It's really not that. Like, if you look back at our first episode, we were funny, but it wasn't that good. Like, it was.
Are you talking about the one that we did in your apartment? That was
no, the one that we released.
Oh, okay.
Like, it's fine. Like, it's good. We had no structure. We were just like chaotic, and so we just learned over time, and things just get better. And some things, like, you know what, this is the right kind of chaos. We're keeping that bit, and that's just what we've been doing. So same thing for events, same thing for all of it.
Yeah. And I think it's a lot of the time when you create these spaces, then you'll actually attract other people who have been wanting and waiting for the same thing that you've been, which is like really, really cool, because this life can feel so lonely at times.
Absolutely.
And you just assume you're the only person that's feeling like this.
So you step out there and be bold and brave, and like, wow, there's at least 3 other people who find 3 other people, and then it's just
Yes. Yeah.
The webs.
I love the web.
Yes. The wacky waving.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, for the people listening,
Yes.
we're doing a lot of hand movements.
We are. Yes. If you're not watching our YouTube, you are only getting half of the story.
Okay, I think we can get sued for that.
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure we can get sued.
What? Oh, because
Drag Race.
That's Drag Race.
That's untucked.
Okay, what should we call it? Retucked? No. Tuck it in? I don't know. Tuck it up? I don't know. I'm trying to think of something else. Okay, don't sue us. Mama Roo, please don't do that.
Okay.
It's all right. You can make money off it, Rue. It's all good.
Yes,
it's all good.
no, it is merely love, and
You know, imitation's the most sincere form of flattery. So
exactly.
Exactly.
But is there anything that you would want to give our listeners before we wrap this up?
Well, first I want to say thanks for having me. Thanks for creating this. We need a lot more visibility and a lot more coming together. So this has been an honor and a privilege. I absolutely adore both of you, and y'all are hilarious.
Thank you.
I showed my partner you guys, and she was like, "Oh my gosh, she sounds so hot." She's like, "Is she queer?" I was like, "I don't know, girl. It don't matter."
That's so sweet. Honestly, when people think, because people sometimes assume that I'm gay because I hang around a lot of gay people, and I'm not necessarily belonging to that, but I'm not that quick to correct it. Because some people get like, no, I'm not gay. I'm like, that's just not my ministry, personally. If you want to think I am, that's fine.
It's okay. The lesbians appreciate.
Yes. Because shout out to the lesbians.
Double.
They're the ones getting things done.
Yeah. And Ri'chard, you know how I feel about you.
Oh, that's so good.
Yeah, you can come Southside with me anytime. That's your favorite place. I know. That's a whole other episode y'all need to tune into.
Oh my God.
Oh my
I
God.
was cackling. No, a little bit of advice I'd like to give is just take it easy. You know, if things get a little bit too hard, and I know that this is only just the beginning of where we're at now in 2025. Reach out. Cat videos are always really good when you're feeling a bit sad, you know.
Cat video.
Love a cat
Yeah,
video.
but yeah, just reach out and don't be afraid to ask for help. I often struggle to do that myself, so I'll make a pact with you. If you do it, I'll do it.
Yes.
So if you're feeling lonely or you're feeling sad, or even if you feel like you want to go out and party and let your hair down and have a dance and forget about everything, reach out to your friends and be safe. Yeah, look after each other.
Oh, I love that. That's so good. Yeah, you are allowed, even through this bleak ass shit that's going on right now, you are allowed to have your moments of joy and you're allowed to have your moments of celebration. Don't let everything that's going on in the world make you feel like you can't go out and have a good time, because you are absolutely entitled to do so.
Actually, it's necessary. Like, you need it. Like, there's no way you can just keep grinding through and just dealing with all this shit. Like, it's always a new thing. So I actively make myself have fun. I'm like, oh, you know what? I'm just going to go be stupid somewhere. I'm just going to go be silly and laugh at things. Because, again, you can always be upset or sad or fighting things later on. But right now, find your joy and hold on to it, because that's so important. It's so incredibly important.
That's good.
Yeah.
That's that good shit right there. Yeah.
That's that good shit right there. But until next time, I'm Ri'chard.
And I'm Nicole.
And this has been Melanated in Melbourne.
See ya.
This has been Melanated in Melbourne, a podcast that analyzes the Australian lifestyle from the lens of two Black American besties. Visit us at melanatedinmelbourne.com or follow us on Instagram to send us your comments or questions. Thank you for listening.